Some of Hollywood's biggest stars are rumored to have such unpleasant odors that they've become the butt of backstage jokes.
Hollywood may sparkle on the red carpet, but behind the glitter and designer cologne bottles lies a stinkier truth. Turns out, some of the world's most glamorous celebrities aren't exactly shower enthusiasts. From skipping soap to ditching deodorant altogether, a surprising number of A-listers have earned a reputation for being less than fresh. So grab a seat, just maybe not next to them, as we dive into 21 famous faces who are known more for funk than fragrance. Oops, sorry, one or two of them might be your idols. 21. Brad Pitt. Mr. Natural isn't always fresh. Brad Pitt may be one of Hollywood's most handsome men, but even heartthrobs can get a little funky. Over the years, whispers around Tinseltown have painted Pitt as someone who's not exactly devoted to soap and water. In fact, crew members and even co-stars have allegedly complained about his smell on set, suggesting that Brad's rugged good looks sometimes come with a less than polished aroma. The actor himself has admitted in interviews that he doesn't always shower daily. Instead, he claims he prefers to wipe himself down with baby wipes when things get sweaty, especially during grueling filming schedules. For Pitt, this isn't just laziness. He's argued it's an eco-friendly habit. Skipping showers means less water wasted, which fits with his known support of green causes. Admirable in theory, sure, but not everyone working closely with him agrees that saving the planet should come at the cost of plugging their noses. What makes it even juicier is that his former partners reportedly had mixed feelings about his habits. Angelina Jolie, for instance, has her own reputation for earthy, natural living. We'll get to her soon, which makes you wonder, maybe opposites don't attract, maybe funk does. It's a strange contrast. On magazine covers, Pitt is always the picture of perfection, sharp suits, and effortless charm. But in real life, rumor has it the man might smell less like Hollywood royalty and more like yesterday's gym bag. 20. Angelina Jolie, the musky mystery. Angelina Jolie may be admired worldwide for her elegance, activism, and timeless beauty, but her personal scent has long sparked curiosity in Hollywood. Whispers behind the scenes suggest that Jolie carries a musky aura that isn't always what fans expect from someone so glamorous. The root of this reputation often comes back to her lifestyle. Jolie has always leaned toward natural living, from eco-friendly beauty products to a minimalist approach to grooming. She's never been one to douse herself in perfumes or embrace chemical-heavy cosmetics. While that approach sounds chic on paper, insiders claim it doesn't always stand up to the rigors of long, sweaty days on a movie set. Imagine hot studio lights, heavy costumes, and endless retakes. Showers aren't always the top priority. Some crew members have said her earthy fragrance becomes quite noticeable under those conditions. Still, fans argue this is part of what makes Jolie unforgettable. She doesn't try to conform to Hollywood's polished perfection. Her raw authenticity shines through, both in her humanitarian work and her screen presence. To many admirers, even if she doesn't smell like roses, she radiates something deeper: intensity, mystery, and strength. While the tabloids may label her musky, Angelina remains proof that allure isn't about covering yourself in designer fragrances, it's about owning who you are, funk and all. 19. Robert Pattinson, vampire without a shower. Pattinson may have stolen hearts as Edward Cullen in Twilight, but off-screen, he's admitted to habits that would make even a vampire cringe. During interviews, Pattinson confessed that he rarely washes his hair, sometimes going weeks without a proper shampoo. He once joked that his scalp cleans itself, but judging from his often greasy locks in paparazzi shots, fans weren't exactly convinced. The brooding, moody aesthetic that made him perfect for a vampire role seems to carry over into real life, giving him an effortlessly disheveled, slightly musky aura. On film sets, Crew members have allegedly complained that Pattinson isn't the freshest guy around. He's been spotted wearing the same clothes multiple days in a row, and insiders say his natural scent can become pretty noticeable during long shooting schedules, especially under hot lights. For someone portraying a sparkling vampire, the irony isn't lost on the people around him. While this might be part of his quirky charm for fans, it's reportedly a bit more challenging in tight quarters, like trailers or dressing rooms. Even his romantic partners have hinted that his hygiene can be a challenge, though they often laugh it off as part of his unpredictable personality. Friends describe him as a mix of mad genius and disheveled poet, a combination that somehow makes the musky side effects tolerable or even endearing to those who truly know him. Die-hard fans shrug it off, claiming his bad boy hygiene is just another layer of the enigmatic Pattinson mystique. Robert Pattinson proves that Hollywood glam doesn't always mean smelling fresh. If you were hoping your vampire crush smelled like roses or cologne, reality might just bite, and not in the romantic sense. But perhaps that's part of his appeal. A little messy, a little mysterious, and completely unforgettable. 18. Kristen Stewart, grunge queen with a funk. Kristen Stewart, Robert Pattinson's Twilight co-star, has her own long-running history of hygiene rumors. Known for her grunge-inspired style, tomboyish charm, and laid-back persona, Stewart has frequently been photographed looking less than polished. Paparazzi shots have captured her in wrinkled t-shirts, worn-in sneakers, and hair that appears unwashed, perfectly encapsulating her "I don't care" about Hollywood glamour vibe. Industry insiders claim Stewart isn't big on daily showers or elaborate beauty routines. She prefers a stripped-down lifestyle that rejects the gloss and perfection so common in Tinseltown. While this approach makes her refreshingly real in a world dominated by Botox, Instagram filters, and airbrushed perfection, it also reportedly comes with a distinct natural scent that isn't always easy for co-workers to ignore. On long shooting days, when layered with the heat, heavy costumes, and hours of takes, her aroma can apparently be noticeable, though no one has publicly complained outright. Friends and co-stars often defend Kristen, insisting that her authenticity is part of her appeal. Some insiders have even joked that her messy hygiene is almost a statement, a rebellion against the pressures of looking perfect 24/7. When combined with Pattinson's equally questionable habits during their Twilight romance, it almost seems like their on-screen love story mirrored their off-screen routines, a partnership of moody brooding and effortless funk. Yet Stewart's fans remain loyal. They celebrate her honesty, her refusal to conform, and her unapologetic embrace of imperfection. Whether she smells like yesterday's rehearsal or not, it's clear that Kristen Stewart has built a persona that is compelling, relatable, and completely unforgettable. A reminder that Hollywood beauty doesn't always need a perfume counter to shine. After Hollywood's brooding vampires and their too-cool-to-shower era, let's slide over to two actors who've proudly turned skipping deodorant and showers into a lifestyle statement. 17. Matthew McConaughey, all right, but not all fresh. Matthew McConaughey is one of those actors who seems like he was born barefoot on a beach somewhere, guitar in hand, ready to give a life lesson about freedom. His rugged, free-spirited lifestyle has become part of his brand, but that same lifestyle comes with one eyebrow-raising habit. He flat-out refuses to wear deodorant. The Oscar-winning actor has openly admitted that he hasn't used any in decades. McConaughey insists that his natural scent is more appealing than any store-bought fragrance, claiming, "A man should smell like a man." While that sounds poetic, not everyone who's had to share a trailer or film set with him has agreed. Rumors from productions suggest that Matthew's manly musk can get a little overwhelming, especially under hot lights during long shooting days. Even Kate Hudson, his co-star in Fool's Gold and How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days, reportedly begged him to freshen up before their romantic scenes. McConaughey, true to form, refused, telling her he didn't want to smell like someone else. The actor doubles down on his belief that deodorant and cologne mask authenticity. And he's even bragged that people close to him, friends, family, even lovers, like the way he naturally smells. Fans, however, remain divided. Some adore his earthy, unapologetic approach to life, while others can't get past the thought of being stuck next to him on a long flight. At the end of the day, Matthew may win Oscars, but most pleasant scent probably won't ever be on his resume. 16. Shia LaBeouf, art over hygiene. Shia LaBeouf is one of Hollywood's most unpredictable figures, and his hygiene choices only add to the legend. Known for pushing boundaries, Shia has openly skipped showers while preparing for roles, arguing that immersing himself in grime makes his performances more authentic. On the set of Fury, 2014, he reportedly went weeks without bathing to get into the mindset of a World War II soldier. His co-stars weren't thrilled. Sources claim they asked him politely, and sometimes not so politely, to clean up, but Shia refused in the name of art. That dedication may impress method acting purists, but for everyone else, it meant working in close quarters with someone who smelled like an actual battlefield. Outside of movies, Shia's eccentric reputation continues, living in dirty clothes, skipping grooming routines, and even pulling out his own teeth for roles. It's no wonder Hollywood whispers about his aroma as much as his acting. For Shia, being unforgettable comes with a very specific scent. 15. Russell Crowe, Gladiator with a gritty aroma. Russell Crowe may have won an Oscar for Gladiator, but according to Hollywood insiders, his off-screen aroma isn't exactly award-worthy. Castmates and crew have allegedly grumbled about Crowe's strong body odor, especially during grueling filming schedules where he prefers not to overdo showers or grooming. His rugged, tough guy persona translates well to characters who fight, brawl, and sweat on camera. But apparently, that same intensity can make sitting next to him in real life challenging. During action-heavy productions, reports claim that Crowe's scent could fill an entire trailer, making co-stars and crew members inch just a little further away. Some have joked that the authenticity he brings to battle scenes comes not just from his acting, but from smelling like he's actually been in combat. On sets like Cinderella Man or Master and Commander, his unpolished habits reportedly left everyone from costume designers to makeup artists holding their noses or sneaking in extra ventilation breaks. Crowe's off-screen musk seems to be a byproduct of both his intensity and his unwillingness to conform to Hollywood's obsessive cleanliness standards. While fans adore him for his dramatic performances, dedication to roles, and raw charisma, those who spend long hours around him sometimes describe him as uncomfortably close to a natural scent experiment. Some insiders even compare it to a mix of leather, sweat, and a hint of the battlefield, a fitting aroma for someone known as Hollywood's real-life gladiator. Whether exaggerated or not, Crowe's musky reputation has stuck with him almost as tightly as his unforgettable performances. It's part of the legend now. Intensity, talent, and yes, a smell that makes it clear Russell Crowe takes method acting and life itself very seriously. 14. Cameron Diaz, Bye Bye Deodorant, Hello Funk. Cameron Diaz is known for her bubbly personality, infectious laugh, and radiant smile. But behind that Hollywood charm lies a surprising confession. She doesn't believe in deodorant. The actress has openly admitted that she ditched it years ago, convinced that deodorant and antiperspirant actually make body odor worse. Instead, Diaz prefers to let her body breathe naturally, subscribing to a philosophy that emphasizes wellness over social convention. While her intentions are admirable, they haven't always been easy for those around her. Insiders claim that Cameron can carry a noticeable scent, especially during long shooting days, press tours, or action-packed film schedules. Even her closest co-stars have reportedly joked about it, though Diaz takes it all in stride, shrugging off concerns by insisting she'd rather smell a little human than clog her pores with chemicals. Her anti-deodorant stance has become part of her larger commitment to a holistic, natural lifestyle, which also includes organic diets, yoga, and eco-friendly beauty products. Fans admire her for walking her talk, celebrating a star who refuses to compromise health for image. Yet for assistants, publicists, or co-stars who spend hours in close quarters during interviews or filming, Diaz's philosophy can be a literal challenge for the nostrils. Despite the occasional raised eyebrow, Cameron's career hasn't suffered. From There's Something About Mary to Charlie's Angels, she remains one of Hollywood's most beloved and bankable stars. Her choice to ditch deodorant may seem shocking, but it perfectly encapsulates Diaz's persona. Vibrant, unapologetically authentic, and refreshingly human, even if that means a little extra scent follows her in her wake. 13. Julia Roberts, soap-free and proud. Julia Roberts may be one of Hollywood's most beloved actresses, but she's also famous for her no-frills approach to personal care. According to reports, Roberts avoids soap and deodorant because she prefers natural products, or sometimes none at all. She's been quoted saying she wants to save water and avoid chemicals, which sounds eco-conscious, but not everyone loves the result. Rumor has it that during long days on set, Roberts's earthy aroma becomes more noticeable. Crew members and co-stars have allegedly picked up on it, and while many respect her environmental stance, they also admit she doesn't exactly bring a fresh breeze with her. Fans argue that Roberts's natural beauty makes up for everything, but it's a reminder that Hollywood glamour doesn't always come with a fresh scent. Soap may be optional in her world, but for people sitting nearby, it might feel like a necessity. 12. Zac Efron, the lazy shower routine. Zac Efron, the former teen heartthrob turned Hollywood leading man, shocked fans when he admitted he sometimes skips showers, especially after workouts. In interviews, Efron confessed that he often prefers a quick rinse in the pool, or just a splash of water over actually lathering up. For someone known for his ripped physique and squeaky clean High School Musical past, this revelation was a curveball. Insiders claim his post-gym scent isn't always pleasant, and friends have teased him about smelling less like a movie star and more like a locker room. Still, Efron laughs it off, saying he just doesn't see the point of constant showering. Fans may still swoon over his blue eyes and charming smile, but they might want to think twice before getting too close after leg day. If Zac Efron's lazy showers raised eyebrows, the next two stars crank things up a notch. One drowns himself in patchouli instead of soap, while the other has long been associated with a rock and roll grunge aroma. 11. Johnny Depp, patchouli. Pirate, Johnny Depp is undeniably one of Hollywood's most iconic actors, but his hygiene has long been a topic of conversation. Instead of relying on showers, Depp is notorious for masking his scent with heavy layers of patchouli oil and cologne. The result? A strong, musky aroma that lingers long after he's left the room. Reports from film sets suggest that Depp's over-reliance on oils doesn't always do the trick, especially during long days in costume. Some co-stars have hinted that he can smell less like a movie star and more like a mix of incense, cigarettes, and yesterday's wardrobe. While Depp's eccentric style and mysterious aura may charm fans, the truth is that his scent has become as infamous as his roles. Being near him is said to be an experience, though whether it's enchanting or overpowering depends on your tolerance for patchouli clouds. 10. Courtney Love, grunge and unwashed. Courtney Love, the ultimate grunge queen, has always embraced chaos, and her hygiene habits are no exception. Known for her wild lifestyle and rebellious attitude, Love has been called out multiple times for looking and smelling unwashed. Friends, fans, and even fellow musicians have described her as someone who often skips the basics like showers and clean clothes. During her peak rock and roll days, she reportedly leaned into the messy aesthetic so hard that being near her meant bracing for a mix of sweat, smoke, and last night's party. But in many ways, that raw, unapologetic funk was part of her brand. Love wasn't trying to be polished, she was trying to be real. The grunge scene thrived on rejecting mainstream perfection, and her scent, or lack thereof, fit the movement's anti-glam spirit. Stories from backstage often describe her as storming in with smeared makeup, ripped dresses, and an aura of rock star chaos that was impossible to ignore. Love herself has never seemed to care, often brushing off criticism with her trademark boldness. To her, rock stars aren't supposed to smell like roses. They're supposed to smell like rebellion. And if nothing else, Courtney Love has always stayed true to that. 9. Leonardo DiCaprio, eco-warrior, shower skipper. Leonardo DiCaprio is known for his dedication to environmental causes, but his green lifestyle comes with some stinky side effects. Sources close to the actor say he tries to conserve water by skipping daily showers, sometimes going several days without bathing. He's also reportedly avoided deodorant for years, believing its chemicals are harmful to both the body and the planet. While his intentions might be noble, his scent has raised eyebrows more than once. Crew members and even past girlfriends have quietly hinted that Leo's musk isn't always pleasant, especially during hot filming days under glaring lights. One story that often resurfaces is from the set of The Revenant, where insiders claimed his commitment to realism extended beyond the screen. He often showed up looking and smelling like he had been living in the wilderness. Admirable? Yes. Easy to sit next to? Not so much. It's an odd contrast. This is a man who regularly walks red carpets in tailored Armani suits, oozing sophistication and charm. Yet, behind the scenes, the same heartthrob might smell more like eco-warrior on a camping trip than the face of a cologne ad. Still, DiCaprio's star power is untouchable. Fans are willing to forgive a little funk when it comes from an Oscar winner who's fighting to save the oceans and the planet. After all, if sacrificing a shower helps the Earth, maybe smelling like yesterday's sweat is just part of being a hero. 8. Britney Spears, pop princess, not so fresh. Britney Spears has lived much of her life in the public eye, and with that spotlight came some not-so-flattering rumors about her hygiene. Former staff and insiders have claimed that Britney isn't always consistent with showers, changing clothes, or even brushing her teeth. Some have said she carries a strong odor during long rehearsals and performances. Her struggles with mental health and personal battles may have contributed to her lack of routine, but the whispers of "Britney doesn't smell great" have stuck with her throughout the years. At the height of her fame, tabloids delighted in painting her as messy behind the scenes, despite her polished pop star image on stage. Insiders from her tours described how the grueling schedules, combined with Britney's sometimes chaotic personal life, meant hygiene often took a back seat. From wearing the same outfit multiple days in a row to being spotted looking disheveled in public, the rumors only intensified. Fans, however, remain fiercely protective, often brushing off these stories as exaggerated gossip meant to tear her down during vulnerable times. After all, the pressure of non-stop performing and constant media scrutiny would make anyone slip now and then. Still, Britney's hygiene reputation has lingered almost as stubbornly as her catchiest hits, and for better or worse, it's become part of the complex mythos surrounding the Princess of Pop. 7. Orlando Bloom, charming but not always fresh. Orlando Bloom has made hearts race as Legolas in Lord of the Rings and Will Turner in Pirates of the Caribbean, but his off-screen scent hasn't always earned rave reviews. Reports have circulated that Bloom doesn't have the best hygiene, with some sources claiming he skips showers and isn't big on deodorant. During his relationship with Katy Perry, even she joked about his questionable cleanliness, hinting in interviews that Orlando can be a little too laid back with grooming. Fans who've met him in person have also described his aroma as less than Hollywood fresh. Despite the rumors, Bloom's charm, good looks, and easygoing personality often overshadow any complaints. After all, when you're one of the most beloved fantasy heroes of the 2000s, a little funk probably won't stop the swooning, though it might make sitting next to him on a long flight a challenge. So here's the real question. If even Hollywood's heartthrobs and pop icons can get away with being a little funky, what about the bold, eccentric stars who already live outside the lines? Spoiler, the next three prove that fame doesn't always come with freshness. 6. Kanye West. Genius. With a side of grime. Kanye West is one of the most talked-about figures in music and fashion, but his hygiene has also sparked plenty of chatter. Insiders have claimed that Kanye isn't exactly big on regular showers or fresh clothes, sometimes recycling outfits for days. Others have suggested that during his more chaotic years, hygiene was the last thing on his mind. Rumors of a less-than-clean Kanye have made their rounds, though his supporters argue that his brilliance and creativity overshadow everything else. Still, for those stuck in close quarters, being near Kanye might feel more like an endurance test than an honor. Love him or hate him, Kanye's scent stories only add another layer to his unpredictable legend. 5. Megan Fox. Open about skipping showers. Megan Fox has long been hailed as one of Hollywood's sexiest stars, but she's never been shy about admitting her hygiene isn't always perfect. In interviews, Fox has confessed that she sometimes skips showers for days, especially if she's not working. She's also joked about being messy at home, leaving clothes and food around without much care. Her casual approach may shock fans who imagine her as flawless, but Megan insists she's just being real. The downside? Insiders say that her au naturel vibe sometimes comes with a noticeable scent, especially on long filming days. Still, her beauty and confidence keep fans hooked. After all, when you look like Megan Fox, maybe people are willing to hold their noses and overlook the funk. 4. Charlie Hunnam. Proud of rare showers. Charlie Hunnam, best known for Sons of Anarchy, stunned fans when he revealed that he only showers a couple of times a week. In interviews, Hunnam said he doesn't see the point of daily bathing and prefers to keep things simple. While he insists his routine works fine, others aren't so sure. Cast and crew members have hinted that his natural scent can be strong, especially after action-heavy scenes. Still, Hunnam is unapologetic, calling daily showers overrated. It's a philosophy that might not win him fans in the fragrance industry, but it definitely cements his place among Hollywood's least fragrant stars. And just when you thought Hollywood funk couldn't get any stranger, our last two prove that bad hygiene comes in all forms, from skipping toothbrush time to proudly embracing a rock star musk. 3. Jessica Simpson. Toothbrush trouble Jessica Simpson may be a pop princess with a dazzling smile, but she's admitted to a habit that made fans do a double take. She doesn't brush her teeth every day. In interviews, Simpson confessed she sometimes goes 3 days without brushing, claiming she doesn't like the way her teeth feel afterward. Needless to say, this revelation shocked fans and grossed out plenty of interviewers. Oral hygiene aside, Jessica has always embraced her quirks, brushing off criticism with humor. Still, the idea that someone with access to the world's best dentists and whitening treatments skips brushing daily has cemented her spot on every questionable hygiene list. Her voice may be sweet, but sitting close during a conversation might not be quite as pleasant. 2. Post Malone. Rockstar musk. Post Malone has built his entire brand around being a little rough around the edges, and his hygiene habits match the vibe perfectly. Fans who have met him at concerts, VIP events, and meet and greets often describe him as having a distinct rock star musk, a pungent mix of sweat, cigarettes, and beer that clings to him like part of his signature persona. The rapper and singer has never shied away from it. In fact, he leans into the image, showing up disheveled, heavily tattooed, and unapologetically messy. For Post, smelling fresh simply isn't part of the job description. His focus is on authenticity, living hard, performing harder, and creating an atmosphere that feels raw and unfiltered. Crew members behind the scenes have hinted that his odor can be noticeable, especially after intense touring schedules or multiple nights of late-night performances. Some fans have even joked that attending a Post Malone show is a full sensory experience. You get the music, the lights, the energy, and a whiff of the rock star lifestyle itself. While that might sound extreme, it's exactly the image he cultivates: messy, real, and completely unpretentious. It's part of what makes him relatable to his audience. He's not a polished, distant celebrity. He's someone living life on his own terms, funk and all. Still, even with the rumors and anecdotal reports, Post Malone's hygiene habits haven't slowed him down. His music continues to dominate the charts. His concerts sell out worldwide, and fans adore him for embracing every aspect of his messy, human, and very aromatic persona. Whether you love it or cringe at it, the Post Malone experience is undeniably unforgettable. 1. Courtney Cox, Smelly perfume choices. When you think of Courtney Cox, you probably picture the stylish and hyper-clean Monica from Friends. Ironically, the actress herself has been teased for her less-than-fresh scent, not because she skips showers, but because of her fragrance choices. Matthew Perry, her co-star and close friend, once revealed that Courtney had a habit of wearing strong essential oils and natural perfumes that didn't always sit well with everyone around her. Instead of smelling like light lavender or fresh roses, the oils reportedly came off a bit too musky, even overwhelming at times. Cox has always leaned toward holistic health and wellness, so it makes sense that she'd gravitate toward natural products. The problem with essential oils, however, is that they react differently on every person's skin chemistry. What smells earthy and grounding on one person can come across as sharp or even sour on someone else. In Courtney's case, Perry joked that her scent could sometimes make sitting near her less than comfortable. Still, this didn't stop her from being one of the most beloved actresses on television. Fans adored Monica's cleanliness obsession on screen, making it almost comical that Cox herself has been linked to smelly perfume stories. If anything, it proves that even America's favorite neat freak isn't immune to a little fragrance fail. That's it for today. Don't forget to like and subscribe.